Okay, dude, I've been yapping for an hour and a half. There is specifically Potassium mentioned this video in the Discord earlier today, and I thought it was a Schlatt stream. I didn't realize he made one of the weekly slaps about it. It's time to quit. I'm interested to see what he has to say. I think I'm probably going to agree with him for the most part, but I do want to hear what he has to say because there is something in my life that I'm kind of considering hanging up, not streaming or content related. Oh, and that reminds me what I wanted to say earlier, or I kind of cut myself off from saying, is stream is like obviously our like hangout time where we're going to be chilling and talking and playing games and doing a react here and there and stuff, and it's for like the people that are like locked in. But I think the thing is like I'm gonna like really think about utilizing the content inside a stream for YouTube. When does our Hulu end? I honestly don't know, but I have I have a way to get us Hulu at least for the year.
How's it going, boys? My name is Schlatt, and welcome back to the Weekly Slap. Welcome back to Inbox, the show where I act like an older brother despite never having been one in my entire life. Hi, Schlatt. I'm sort of nervous to be writing this, but I'm kind of desperate, and I'd love your opinion on a situation I'm having. So I'm spending a lot of time on devices, up to several hours a day. I'm aware of this, and...
Dude, not to interject already, because I was trying to be quiet and let him read this out, but this has literally been me with X. I don't know what it is. I think... like X just has an algorithm that I see stuff that makes me so mad, and then I keep scrolling. Like it's actually like they're getting away with exactly what they want to do, like what every social media company basically is trying to do right now. But it works on me so well, and I realize it, and I've been like trying to like catch myself doing it. But I put an hour time limit on X. And then today I hit it, and then I hit the like 1 minute snooze twice, and I was like, all right, I gotta get off of here, dude. Cause it was bad, dude. My screen time has been way up. And then like other social media apps like Instagram, I'm on like the Slop account, which actually Schlatt inspired that to have like an account just for clips and stuff. I've been on that one. I don't really follow enough people there, so the feed isn't populated, so I get out of that. TikTok, I don't know what it is about TikTok, but like I've been able to like not get like super addicted to that or like short form very much unless it's like very specific times. But yeah, dude, the time limit yourself is a godsend, like 100%. Friend wanted to play Marvel Rivals. How'd that go, Iron King? Using different headphones than I did the festival stream. So if I might talk if it works. Oh, Betamar, I bet. Okay, let me continue this. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh, I was about to say I was just going on Twitter to be upset. That's it. But I keep going back. Yeah, dude, literally. Sorry.
And I've very recently been trying to make a change in my habits and cut down on my screen time. I started working out, going for walks, and reading a bit as well. I even managed to go 3 whole days without using my phone. As of writing this, it's the end of another physically active day for me, and I'm back on my phone again, but I've started feeling useless and lazy for even spending a few minutes on it. I'm scared I'll fall back into spending hours upon hours on my phone, and that my family will see me as nothing more than a slob. Please answer in your own time, and I apologize if this is sent in at a bad time. Love you and your content. Dude.
Can I here? I'm gonna reply with my advice first, and then we'll let the goat reply because obviously, my commentary on this is very small. But I would literally say, like, bro, if you're doing active stuff, you're reading books, you're like actively thinking about this and improving your life, and if you're younger, like if you're like sub like 20 and you're doing this stuff, if you're on your phone like a couple hours a day. Compared to other human beings, like other humans have like 8-hour like phone time. Like if you're on your phone for like, I don't know, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, if your family sees you as a lazy slob, you're not the problem, bro. Like if you're on there and you're like absolutely doing nothing at all and it's like making you feel worse, then like, yeah, dude, try to improve it. But like, dude, don't overthink it so much. Just go with the flow, man. Go with the flow. You're stressing yourself out and making your life worse by worrying about being on your phone for a couple hours a day. Storm, what's up, brother? Like for me personally, like I'm like working on editing or like doing something else on my computer, and that's why playing on X was like so bad for me. I'm gonna call it Twitter, dude. I hate calling it X. And that's why playing on Twitter was so like bad, because I would continue to like scroll and be on there like 2 or 3 hours a day just on Twitter when I should be doing other stuff, and there's like no other apps I'm addicted to like that. Now, if I had already had a day of like I had already like been outside, active, I'd already like went to school or work, I had already read a book for a while. Like, and I want to scroll on some social media for a little bit. Like, yeah, obviously there's like the retention span that you can worry about, but like, dude, you're way ahead of the game here. At times, I've had screen time up to 10 to 12 hours, so I think this person is good. Yeah, I mean, that's just my personal opinion on it, is like, don't overthink it so much and keep trying to find things outside of your phone that you like to do. Like, find things that make you happy outside of your phone, and then it'll be easier to put it down, which is hard. I mean, for me, maybe it's like bad, but like if I'm playing Madden, weirdly enough, and this is like kind of like, you know, it's like, oh dude, I got off of I don't know, drinking beer, but instead I'm doing shots, or like I got off of smoking cigarettes, but now I drink a case of beer a night, right? Maybe that's like the thing. But like for me, if I'm playing like Madden in my free time, like that's like my chill time. I rarely pick up my phone, you know? So maybe like even that, find some way to like kind of like get something that's like a lesser of two evils and slowly wean yourself off your phone and then wean yourself off the like lesser of two evils. Well, our generation was taught to hate our phones because our parents didn't grow up with phones, so I can see where he is getting his self-hate. Yeah, I guess that's the thing too, is it is kind of like self-hate there. Not much. I finally started my job and saving up for a camera? Dude! Oh, saving up for that camera. That's awesome, Storm. I'm happy for you, bro. Can I say something mean? Absolutely, bro. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying with my other chat. Wait, what did you say? Oh, that's why this guy has to get my autism emulation devices. You still have screen time, but it's been on PSP games and not doom scrolling. I guess so. Right now, nothing is making me happy. I need to do school, but right now, after my week and mental health, I cannot. It's literally spring break right now for my school, and I still have to do extensions. Dude, that's fair. Yogi, I wish I had some better advice for you. But as someone that like didn't go to college and also didn't suffer a traumatic experience that you went through, I don't really have any advice to give you like from personal experience. But I was listening to Mike Posner, if you guys know who that guy is. He wrote that song, I took a pill in Ibiza. Better take 40 minutes to get through, Chris, or you fell off. The 7-minute video better take 40 minutes to get through. Thank you. It might. If I'm talking this much for everything that they asked Schlatt, and then also commenting on what Schlatt said, it definitely will. But, anyways, Mike Posner, he was like, I took a pill in Ibiza. That guy, okay? He's like on his like spiritual shit, and he did a podcast with the dude that wrote the book. What is the fourth door? The third door? The second door, whatever that book is. Really inspirational dude. Like, actually has like done so much cool shit. He's not like super well known. I'm literally blanking on his name right now. But he did an interview with him, and somebody asked him, like, they like opened it up for like questions from Mike Posner's Instagram, and they were talking about like going through really traumatic shit, and basically the advice that the dude that wrote the book said, and Mike Posner agreed with, was life gives the like toughest people sometimes the hardest battles, or sometimes some people that might consider themselves like weaker, tougher battles to mold them and prepare them to teach other people how to get through their tough times. Dude, Mike Posner was so fucked over, and it makes me mad. Wait, was he fucked over by like a label or something? I honestly don't think advice can help. I just need my teachers to be understanding. Yeah, that's fair. That's so fair. It's hard for me because I animate on both tablet and phone, but I have a set time on how long I animate, even though it's a hobby of mine. Dude, that's fair, bro. I mean, that's why for so long I was waiting to limit my social media apps, so like the hour thing, but I basically worked around, or like the limited time thing, I basically worked around it by uploading, I mean, basically kind of abandoning like my main accounts and just going for these like slop accounts where I just upload raw clips. And now I don't actually use my phone for those. Like every now and then I'll check like the analytics on them and see how they're doing, but I just literally upload them right from Twitch. So like I kind of figured out a workaround. But Iron King, I would say if you're on your tablet and you're doing like animating things, like that's like a passion. You know, it's like different than doom scrolling. Like I think that's like totally different. That's like if I would get like pissed off at myself for sitting at my desk and editing. I mean, to be fair, I do need to like start to go outside some more and like do something more active. But yeah, TBH, even if you are still on your phone a lot during the day, I would say that it's better to do that out of your bed, because if you're already out of your bed, you're likely to be more motivated to get off your phone and do something. Oh, true. Dude, I hate when chat just like pushes it to like the most recent chat. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Do you mind if I get some context of this convo? Oh yeah, Storm, sorry to keep you in the dark there. Basically, somebody asked, if you're asking me on this, I don't know if you're asking Yogi. Somebody asked like about like phone usage. Like they feel like they're using their phone too much, but they're like going outside, they're reading, they're like doing other stuff. They went 3 days without their phone, and now they like use their phone every now and then. And they feel bad. They feel like their family's looking at them as slop. If I remember correctly, he made an album that featured Boyfriend, the Justin Bieber song, and Sugar, Maroon 5, but his last project flopped, so the label held it, and other artists got the songs because he could not do shit with it? What? Oh my god. That's crazy. You know that Mike Posner and Mike Stud were at Duke at the same time together and like know each other? Crazy, dude. Literally two of the like super spiritual people that I like look up to a lot. We're both at Duke at the same time. Kind of cool. But yeah, that's crazy. Dude, I know that Mike Posner is like, he's like, you know, he fell off or whatever, but he has written like so many songs. It's kind of like a lesser version of John Bellion at this point, but like kind of like John Bellion when he was first getting started. Like he probably has a bunch of writer creds and he knows a lot of artists and has like done a lot of things that just not a lot of people know about. I think the teachers need to get over themselves. Yeah, that's fair. From the little bit that I was skimming of that convo, yeah. Okay, let's see what Schlatt has to say here. Sorry, I've been pausing so long. Sorry, YouTube frogs. I'm gonna make this a YouTube video. Just been yapping about life and stuff.
First of all, you're doing a lot better than I am, bro. I mean, 3 days of that phone sounds like absolute hell and not anything I could ever achieve. So congrats. I mean, it seems like you're on the right path, you know? Trying to limit screen time is definitely becoming like a more intentional lifestyle choice for people. There's a lot of different options out there. The easiest one is obviously like a screen management app. Second option's a little more extreme. Get a flip phone. If you're really worried about
my god, the Andrew Luck strat, dude. I fuck with it though. If you're really like, I don't want to be a part of this social media bullshit and whatever, yeah, dude, fuck it, get a flip phone, dude.
Spending time on the thing, why don't you give yourself one that just has nothing to fucking do on it, you know? Get a SIM card on it, you send texts, you receive calls, and not much else, dude. I mean, imagine using a flip phone, you're trying to use T9 type. Oh my god, people probably don't even know what the fuck T9 type is. Jesus Christ, I'm old. But yeah, that's another option for you. Third one, and what I think might be the best for most people, is consider a smartwatch that has cellular service on it. You can tie it in with your pre-existing phone number, and then you can just take the watch around with you. And you get all the same notifications, but they're not as actionable. You know, like if I'm trying to stay plugged in, I can still get notifications that my phone would get, but I wouldn't really.
That's actually genius. See, I've never had a smartwatch, so I don't know shit about that. Also, Chad, I'll catch up with you guys in 1 second. Sorry, I want to let Schlatt talk here for a second.
Be able to. I wouldn't want to spend, an hour on Twitter on my fucking my Samsung Galaxy, whatever the fuck, or my Apple Watch, right? I actually know a couple people who do this, and they have sworn up and down it's a great method for them, and actually is very effective. So try it. One of those will get the job done, I feel like. But again, like I already feel like you're doing a lot better than most of us are. Hey, Schlatt, hope your festive season's going.
Okay, here, let me catch up with chat really quickly before we get on to this. I know exactly how they feel. My father always got mad at me because I was on my phone all the time, but unlike him, I actually went to the park, hung out with friends, and was being socials. Yeah, dude, I think that's the other thing is like, especially for like Gen Z generation, like Chucky was saying, it's like it's the first generation with phones, like really. I mean, kind of millennials kind of had that too, like the later end of millennials. But like, I feel like it was kind of like me doing YouTube in like 2013. Like nobody got it. Now people get it. Like they understand. Like I don't know. It was like I feel like a very, very hard time for a lot of these parents to understand, like, hey, yeah, I'm on my phone, but it's like, what else am I going to do tonight? Like, I'm just going to scroll for a little while, or like, I'm going to play on my phone for a little bit. It's kind of like you got to let the people find out themselves. Like now with me and my phone, I'm like, okay, if I'm out somewhere, I'm gonna go and do something with people that I care about. I'm gonna like try and actively like stop myself from looking at my phone and putting it down. Like today, I literally like put my phone down. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna be here and be present. But I came to that realization myself. It wasn't nobody else telling me like you need to put your phone down. It was literally, like I said earlier, Mike, not Mike Posner, Mike, formerly Mike Stud, being like, you gotta like be alive in the moment. You gotta like experience things, you know? I think it's like, you got to find your own truths. And the songs popped off, so they fucking gave him the chance and said, listen, we will put this out, but if it flops, that's it. He probably would still be somewhat be big in music. Yeah. I feel like, though, that's probably all for the better, though, because it seems like he's way happier now because he's on this kind of like self-growth kind of in like spirituality vibe. I'm sorry, Chad, I'm not reading you guys talking your chats amongst yourselves. If there's anything you want me to read, feel free to at me like at the end of it. For a while I had a minimal phone launcher where it was just a few apps, but then it was hard to get apps I wanted to use ever so often, and it just ended up being terrible. I was 10 when he gave me that flip phone. Oh yeah, dude, your dad gave you a flip phone? Dude, when I was like 12 or 13, I was like, I want a phone. And my parents got me a fucking flip phone, dude. And it had one game on it. It was like, you had to like scoot the thing across, but it had no text. I mean, it would have been hell typing on that thing, texting, but yeah, dude. Also, I was there and got to watch how people's parents would understand the internet. Got to figure out when I was 8 years old, I had a Razr flip phone. Things didn't change that long ago, especially with the opportunity to make a career out of it. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I mean, yeah, that's why I kind of use YouTube as an example, because when in 2013 I was like, I'm gonna be a YouTuber when I grow up, because I like saw the shit, like I was like, oh, this is literally like a career path, and this is gonna be huge. Like I totally see this is gonna be a big thing. My parents were like supportive, but they like didn't get it. It took till there was other people telling them, or at least telling my mom. I don't really know if my dad even really gets it, but he's like supportive of it. But it took people telling my mom, like, yeah, he wants to be a YouTuber. Like, yeah, that's a thing. For her to be like, oh shit. And then she like really understood, And that took till like 2015, 2016. Yeah, dude. I was also playing games that would help with my creativity. I was drawing, doing pixel art in Minecraft, looking up drawing methods, and a lot. Yeah, dude. Well, that's the other thing is like, I feel like for a while there, nobody really understood how helpful these devices were. Like, they can be so helpful. Like, that's literally how I do anything in my entire fucking life, pretty much. My freelance business, I'm self-taught almost completely. Like, I had an internship, but really most of this shit that I know, I learned by watching YouTube, dude. I've been here from MySpace. The internet is that in that time was a completely different place. Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Sometimes people reflect their own self-hate onto you as well. I've seen parents hate on their child for using their phones while they use their phone times more. Yeah. Low-key, I feel like once I get this job, I need to limit screen time. I've been kind of doing it by keeping the strict schedule and shit, but I spent 4 years pretty much just on Twitch every night, and once I start going out more again, I need to limit that to like once a week, just take a moment to breathe and reset my life. Yeah, dude. I mean, whatever you think is best for you. My biggest piece of advice, chat, and obviously I'm some random fucking 24-year-old on the internet, so take my advice with a grain of salt, but you have to do like, don't stress yourself out with self-improvement. Like, that is the worst thing you can do. Like, if you are making your life hell with self-improvement and there is not a greater goal you have in mind, or like an easy to understand goal for yourself that like makes sense like subconsciously for yourself, then it's useless. I mean, not useless, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard. Sorry, useless was the wrong word. It's gonna be really, really hard to do that unless you're really set on like why it is, and also like you actually want to do it, not from an outside source. I was kind of saying this earlier with content and stuff, but not let an outside source dictate what you think makes your life better. Like I was saying with putting your phone down. Like for me, I set the timer on X not because I wanted to, or like because somebody told me to and was like, you're using your phone too much, but because I'm like, I want to do this because I realize that it's a problem and I can make my life better by not doing this. And it makes sense completely in my head, dude. Sometimes you have the light bulb moment, or the glass shattered moment or whatever you want to call it with things. But I think that's the biggest thing with like self-help. I mean, people that go to the gym, that are consistent at the gym, they say it all the time. You can't let other people force you to go to the gym. I mean, some people have the ability in their heads. They're so like nose to the grind. So like, I'm going to force myself to do this. But really, I think you got to kind of go on your own, like almost like self-discovery, spiritual journey to realize that like, yo, I want to just feel better. I want to be better. I want to like feel healthier and be comfortable with myself. So like, I'm going to go to the gym. Everyone's life would be better if Twitter didn't exist. Yeah, I actually agree fully at this point. There's like other alternatives. There's better social media apps. And that's another reason why I limited it is like, yo, dude, this shit is ass. Throwback to earlier, because I was lurking, but you were like, I feel bad trashing on games because Chucky and Spike had to listen to me call Overwatch stupid. The difference is that we aren't offended by it. I understand not everyone likes every game, and it's okay to be wrong. Kidding. Anyone who seriously takes offense besides the people that made the game need help. Yeah. Okay, W. I'm glad you're wrong with that. I just know like if I love something and then like somebody that I'm like I care about in any way, whether it be like my parasocial relationship with streamers or somebody that I know, because I feel like I know you guys, then I'm like, oh damn, man, not even 5 minutes in and we've already derailed. Chris has not fallen off. Yo, W, let's fucking go, dude. Yeah, I am either the worst or the best React streamer of all times, dude. And to some people, because we've been watching this video for 20 minutes. We are 2 minutes and 44 minutes in. So anybody that's like streamers just sit there and watch and make faces, they're probably like, okay, this guy, he's annoying as fuck, but like, okay, at least he's being like kind of transformative with it. And then people who just want to watch the original video that don't understand that you should not watch a React video if you want to do that are like, oh my God, this guy's so fucking annoying. Shut up and play a video. My nights would be boring without Twitter. JK, no twin. Listen, that's... Dude, Twitter, I mean, I guess, shout out Elon Musk for making it the most frustrating app and like feeding into your worst fears and anger, That's at least for me on X.com. Oh, and then a little bit of 49ers updates. Doesn't Amara chew you out for pausing? Sometimes, yeah. My worst thing is FOMO. I tried to cut back on Twitch and stuff. And I'm always like, no, I'm going to miss cool moments on stream, but I just feel like it's been too much. And this job is going to change for me. It's helping me change other areas of my life too. Like, I'm going to cut my hair after years of having it long, and I'm going to get tattoos and piercings that I want because now I have money. So it's like a full life reset for me. Yeah, dude. I mean, here's what I would say, Josh. FOMO, you got to kind of do what I say, like zoom out on life as a whole, okay, on this and be like, okay, why am I worried about missing out? Like, there's going to be lots of moments that I can catch up on, like, right? Like, if you want to, like, here's what I would say. Don't let FOMO make you stressed out, but if you genuinely like being in stream, then come hang out for an hour, and then when you get that sense of FOMO, be like, there's going to be more times that I can catch a stream and it'd be cool. Or there's going to be like other times like to do this thing, like, and that this is going to happen. Like, I'm not going to miss out in a one in a lifetime opportunity type thing. Is FOMO an old thing? It's fear of missing out. Fear of missing out. So like, you're afraid that like, oh, if I don't go to this thing, something awesome is going to happen and I'm going to miss it. Called my school therapist and left her a voicemail to see if she can see about my recommendations because I'm so worried about all of this missing shit. I'm going crazy, but I can't leave my house for more than like 2 hours. That's fair. Whatever, Yogi, whatever you can do to get like somebody to actually give a fuck. Basically, from what I understand, it's like people like these professors are like, Yo, no, you're good, Storm. You're good, bro. Thanks for stopping in for a few, brother. I appreciate you. Also, my streams are uploaded so you can watch whatever you missed. True. I have also missed actual family shit for me staying up watching Twitch. So I'm like, damn, I gotta get better. Oh, dude, that's fair, bro. That's fair. I feel that, dude. Honestly, there's definitely been shit that I'm like, oh my fucking god, bro. Like, back to my Madden example. Like, sometimes I'll play Madden for like 3 or 4 hours, and then I'll be like, holy fuck. I just wasted the tail end of my day playing this fucking game. Now every now and then I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I actually played that. That was great away time from like anything serious. And I just got to do like mindless shit and trade fucking virtual players. But yeah, dude, sometimes I'm like, holy fuck. FOMO does not get me with these streams, TBH. Yeah, dude, I mean, I think it really just depends on your personality type, you know? Unless you were trying to cook me there, in which case, fair too. Fair, I asked for song comp, then I went to bed and y'all played it. Oh, I mean, I guess that is actually actual like valid FOMO, but we will do. You read that wrong, Chris. FOMO does get me with these streams. Oh, wow, dude, I don't know what it is, bro. Amar, I'm just watching, reading your chats tonight, bro. I'm so sorry, dude. Fuck. Always come in when I can. I've been here for a few years and I ain't going anywhere. It's always nice to come and chill for a bit. Yo, I appreciate you, Storm. This professor is also strict about missing days. He'll lower your grade for missing classes. I way maxed it out because of snowstorms and health issues. Oh, I'm sorry, homie. Such a fucking dumbass that can't do anything right. Dude, stop. You sound like my fucking internal dialogue sometimes. But don't worry, Josh. We will do song comp again. Dude, tonight, bro, you guys are about to get what Valen told me to do out of me, dude. I'm about to shut some shit down and be like, okay, guys, we need to chill out, okay? I'm actually starting to have some self-loathing here. I actually feel dumb as fuck tonight, and this is making it worse. Anyways, what does this little funny guy got to say?
You're doing a lot better than most of us are. Hey, Schlatt, hope your festive season's going well. I wanted to inbox you to ask about content creation, more specifically how in the early days of your YouTube career, you kept going even after you felt like shit. Creation's getting to be a bit of a drawl, and frankly, it's not as fun as I felt like when I first started.
Okay, let me answer because I already kind of know what he's about to say. Also, Amara gets FOMO BC, fear of missing out on bullying Chris. Yeah, that's actually fire. That's actually fire. IDK, yeah, that's just kind of where I am, LMAO. Like, I gotta get shit together, and Lovely can't watch a balding dude on Twitch. No, don't say that shit right as I call you bald. Yeah, you're cooked, pal. You're cooked, dude. Honestly, I'm down for whatever we got going on, Chris. Yo, thank you, Julian. I appreciate you, brother. This person, I'd say, yo, you need to listen to this fucking Colin and Samir, Jacob, what's his name, the owner of Patreon, the CEO of Patreon podcast, okay? Because they were talking about kind of a very similar thing recently, is like people want to do YouTube not for, also I might just look down here for a few to make sure I get my thought out clearly before reading a part of chat and getting totally derailed. People will do YouTube not because they like doing YouTube or they like the creativity of it, but they'll do it, and this goes for streaming too, because they see like the fame appeal of it. Like they like the idea of doing like not working for a traditional boss and making content. But then like I forget if Colin or Samir said this, they'll like ask the person, like the person will ask at like a panel, like, hey, I'm like burning out, I don't like this, like, or like I'm like stressing out or whatever, and they'll be like, do you like the content you're making? Like, do you enjoy making it? And they'll be like, no. And they're like, well, then why are you doing it? Why the fuck are you doing it? And I'm pretty sure that's what Schlatt's about to say, is like, why the fuck are you doing it? Now, I don't know if he's gonna say like straight up like quit content creation. My thought process on this is there is so many different spheres of content creation, and that's kind of like what I've said it a couple times on the stream. Is like this year is kind of my year of experimentation. It's kind of my year of experimenting and seeing what makes me the happiest, because I realize that I've definitely hit some walls before with this shit and stressed myself out a lot. So I'm just trying out a bunch of different content, trying to find, I think the thing is you got to find what you enjoy close to almost the full process of, from like recording to editing to then uploading. And you also, like I was saying earlier, you have to remove external outcomes if you really want to go at this shit for the long haul. It's like you have to just be in love with making the thing, and then also be proud of the thing and not care what the outcome is. So yeah, I wouldn't say like straight up quit. Like if you're trying to do YouTube or streaming and it's not working for you, I wouldn't say quit. Like don't do that. Like don't just quit because it like gets hard. Because it's always gonna get hard in some way. It's just like, okay, well, I'm fucking making gaming videos right now because I thought that was gonna be easy, and I don't like editing gaming videos, or like I don't like the format that I'm doing with gaming videos. Maybe I should try a different format of gaming videos. Maybe I'm doing long, multiple stream challenges of Skyrim, and maybe I just want to play some dumb indie games and not chop them up too much and just put them on YouTube and see how they do and make thumbnails that I'm proud of, and try and get the content to a point where I'm like stoked about it and proud of it. Or maybe you're doing gaming videos, but actually you're a phenomenal artist and you should just make YouTube videos about how to be an artist, or make YouTube videos about your creative process. Maybe you need to do that. I wouldn't say just straight up quit. I would say try out a bunch of different genres of content creation to find something that you like, and be honest with yourself. Do you want to be famous? Is that why you want to be a streamer or a YouTuber or a content creator? Me personally, there's this guy Kaz that I watch on YouTube. He has, I think, around 60,000 subscribers. He has a second channel where he does like YouTuber advice. He has around 60,000 subscribers. He has an average of like, 100, maybe 200 viewers. Actually, probably like 300 with all his streams combined. And he makes fucking 70 grand a year just off of YouTube ad revenue. That is my all-time goal. That is my all-time goal, is to just make about as much as the normal American household, or maybe a little bit higher. Like that is the stars for me that I want, okay? Or the moon. And I'm going to still shoot for the stars, but that's like what I'm going for. I don't want to be famous, okay? I don't want any of that shit. I mean, I'm sure there's some aspects of it that would be cool, okay? But that's like my goal. What is your real goal with content creation? Is it to make it your job? Like, is that the only reason that you're doing it? Okay, well then find out if there are things in here that you like, or get a fucking stay-at-home job, or go into some other entrepreneurial shit. Go do drop shipping. I don't know, but you don't have to just do content creation if you just don't want a boss. Which, by the way, content creation, especially streaming, especially if you're coming up, I can say this from my own personal experience. If you're anywhere near going full-time, but you're kind of stuck somewhere in the middle between like part-time and full-time, and you're like bumping up there to like get near the full time, there's gonna be so much drama that you have to deal with. If you're gonna be at all connected in the community and have to deal with different personalities and stuff, it's gonna be worse than dealing with a boss, or close to. I won't say worse than dealing with a boss, okay? I've only ever had a couple bosses in my life for work that I've done. They can be absolutely horrible, but it can get bad. Okay. I feel like I followed a bunch of streamers one delirious night because notifications kept coming up of streams I don't remember. Oh, fair, dude. Yeah, sometimes my FOMO gets so bad that I have to pause and tell myself that the thing I'm doing is still going to be there tomorrow. Yes. Speaking of, it's 1 a.m., so I'm going to hit the honk, shoe, me, cartoon, sleep, Josh, sleep, well, goat. I'll slow down the bullying since Chris apparently has feelings and feels dumb tonight. Thank you, Mara. I mean, honestly, you don't have to. I was just saying. I just feel bad because I am actually like botching chat messages tonight. Like that's probably one of the things that like I actually feel bad about sometimes. And like when I keep doing it over and over in a night, I like actually start to really beat myself up. So yeah, Sorry. Sorry, Chad. I was talking about my gay ass feelings. I'll shut up. I feel like okay, I read that. Yeah, Amara, honestly, fair. I mean, I do that shit too a lot of times. Like, whenever I'm getting upset about something or like I'm like very emotional about something, I'm like, okay, in the long run, how does this thing affect me? Like, am I really gonna miss out on like something big? I personally don't have a shit ton of FOMO. Every now and then with like going to concerts and stuff, I'll get FOMO, but I'll be like, dude, what is, like, even if this is the artist's last concert, is it really that big of a deal if I go or not? Like, is it really that big of a deal? I'm still listening to their music every day. Like, it's still, like, concerts are cool, but like, dude, I don't have to go to that, you know? Anyways, sorry, let me continue the video, dude. We're only 3 minutes in, and I've been talking for like 40 minutes.
I read messages like this all the time. It is far and away the most popular topic in my inbox, in my comment sections. People are just struggling with creating content, you know, and reconciling with their own waning interest in it. And these kinds of messages always just kind of upset me, particularly because it feels like a lot of the people who write them are looking for consolation and encouragement from someone they look up to. And honestly, like, that's not something I can offer. Look, man, making videos is not a hobby anymore. It's grown up now. It's evolved. It's got its own professional name, content creation, and we're all influencers and we sell products, and it is what most kids.
Sorry, chat. Not to hit another while Schlatt is talking, but this literally reminds me of, again, I'm on dick. What Colin and Samir said is they were talking with the dude from Patreon that I continue to mess up his last name, so I'm not even going to say it. The CEO of Patreon, super cool dude. Highly recommend checking him out. Just check out the Colin and Samir episode and then look up his name from that. Okay, dude. Sorry, I can't give you the name. Maybe if I make this a YouTube video, I'll link that in the description because I keep referencing this video. But on YouTube right now, there's basically 3 different categories. Okay. One is the creative. They don't give a fuck if their video does well. They're doing creative shit just because they love being creative and they want to share it with the world, right? And if it gets 10 views, they're stoked. If it gets 1,000 views, they're stoked, right? The other one, on the other side of this, the polar opposite, is the entrepreneur. They are doing YouTube just to try and make money. Or not even just trying to make money. Maybe they have a little bit of creative aspiration, but it's mostly to try and gamify it, right? Like, YouTube is a video game. They're paying attention to their numbers after every upload. They're very attached to the outcome of videos and stuff, right? And then you have this second one, which I think that I fall into relatively well, which is a mixture of both of them, because that is why I'm constantly, I feel like, changing up things and trying out new ideas, is because it's like, I want to do creative shit. Like, I have a little bit, me personally, I feel like low key, I feel like I'm probably a little bit more swayed to the entrepreneur thing, even though I kind of suck at it, than creative, because I'm not doing like anything crazy creative. I'm just trying to come up with like new ideas on how to like play games, or like being creative with like the way that I play the game, or like joking about it, or like whatever, interact with the chat, right? But it's a mixture of both. So there is a chance that this person just falls into maybe like the more entrepreneurial side. And again, they're doing the wrong genre of YouTube and content creation. Yeah, dude. So I think, again, like this, for somebody like this, they need to like zoom out on this problem and like really ask themselves, like, what do they like doing? They need to try out some new things. They need to also like be seeking advice on YouTube, which is hard. Again, I highly recommend Colin and Samir. They are insanely helpful with the shit. And that Kaz guy, I think it's Kaz. I think. If I make this a YouTube video, I'll link it in chat. If any of you guys are interested, feel free to let me know, and I will go find the links for you guys really quickly after this video. Let me catch up with the chat really quickly. Sorry again to be cutting off Schlatt here. My FOMO comes in when I'm like reading late at night, and it makes me lose sleep sometimes. Like, my sleep schedule can get fully derailed simply because I was anxious about missing out on reading. Yeah, dude, I feel that, honestly. Especially, I was thinking about back in the day, like when I had like a somewhat real job, about like only getting like 3 or 4 hours of sleep because I was doing something else on the side, like doing YouTube or like playing games or whatever. It's really hard to balance sometimes, you know? I don't have a helpful piece of advice for that for people that are either going to school or working 9-to-5s, because I haven't fully, done that. I had a 9-to-5 for a little bit, and then I went like full time with freelance, and then pretty much right after that it was COVID, and then I got into streaming. And then I've been spending an extreme amount of time streaming ever since then, pretty much. Yo, C-Dubs, what's up, brother? Yo, I just wanted to check in and say hi before I went to sleep. There's also a lunar eclipse on Thursday. Oh, shit, C-Dubs. Bet, brother. Thank you for stopping in for a few, homie. I appreciate you, dude. I hope you sleep amazing. And have a great day tomorrow, bro. I wouldn't call it FOMO, but when you played Val all the time, whenever I missed it, I would be like, damn, another night I could have dunked on all of y'all. I mean, yeah, that is probably FOMO in some way. You're too good and had a chance to show your skill. Yeah, dude. FOMO because you wanted to mog on everyone.
Kids want to do now doesn't get you made fun of or ostracized like it did when I was growing up doing.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started, bro. Don't even get me started. Oh, dude. That shit made me so insecure. People would fucking find my YouTube and just bully the shit on me. When I first started YouTube, I was like, I'm going to give everyone my YouTube and it's going to be awesome because they're going to get to... And then motherfuckers are like telling my mom like shit that I'm doing. And I'm not like swearing. I'm not doing anything inappropriate. Like I'm literally... And they're like reporting to my mom about what I'm doing. And then like also like making fun of me and like showing me my videos in public, so 12, 13-year-old me, 13, 14-year-old me was going through it, dude.
It. Now those videos I made, fooling around with my friends when I was 11 are, in this person's words, the early days of my YouTube career. And so it doesn't surprise me when people ask these kinds of questions, but it doesn't ever feel good getting them. Believe me, I've been trying for hours to come up with a way to get my thoughts.
Kind of chuggy. I also am just like, oh my God, bro. Probably 90% of what I upload, I don't want anyone to hear while I'm in the room because it's like some cringy joke I made or something.
It's across on this topic that isn't like too preachy or holier than thou. And nothing is really landing, so I'm just gonna revert to my factory settings really quick and give the classic Jay Schlatt answer. You should probably quit. I tell people to quit all the time. I say it on streams, I say it in videos, and usually it's caked in layers of irony. But deep down, I think it's really good, solid, actionable advice. I do. I don't think anyone should get into making videos in the first place if they don't love doing it on like a fundamental level. And if me saying quit and telling you to quit evokes even like a modicum of doubt from you, maybe you really should. And find a hobby that you actually enjoy. Because believe me, you do not start loving YouTube more after it becomes your job. And anyone who hears me tell them to quit and immediately just goes, oh, fuck that, that is who's actually cut out for it. That's the person who loves it enough to put 8 years in without any kind of results and still...
Dude, I'm so sorry because I'm going to fucking reference Colin and Samir again, dude. I've been on... Dude, Colin Samir, other than The Yard, is like the only podcast I've been listening to recently just because I'm like just taking any knowledge that I can because I'm like so recently serious about like content creation, like, or like trying to like find my identity pretty much with it. But they were talking about how they literally were in their late 20s and early 30s making like $0, like going into the red, but they kept doing it. And there was something about me that made me feel like so validated from that. That was on Ali Abdul's podcast. They said that, I'm pretty sure. That made me feel so valid because it's like, because they were saying like that is the only thing that they like really wanted to do in like new. And I was like, dude, I feel the exact same way. And like for me making these YouTube videos right now, the way that I'm doing it, it's not that I want, again, I'm not like doing this for fame or because I like particularly want external outcomes. I'm doing it because when I was 8 years old, I would play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and all that I wanted to do was have somebody there to watch me play it so that we could share that experience together. And that is why I take these like not super well edited videos and I upload them to YouTube because I want to share that experience with other people, not just the people in stream, even though I do absolutely love sharing that with you guys. And I think that's why I naturally went to streaming, is because it's like 8-year-old me having another person in my room with me, watching me play this Star Wars game, experiencing it with me, talking back and forth with them. That is like, Twitch is the purest form of that. Which, by the way, to reference another great piece of content creator media,
on that weird side of TikTok.
to reference another great piece of media when it comes to content creation, Doug's guide to be a YouTuber. He said, make a list and write down things that you have like loved and been good at since you were younger, which is the same piece of advice that my mom has like said to me my entire life. Is like, when you were 5 years old, you picked up the VHS camera and you were recording like dumb videos of yourself. And now that's like what you do. You stream and you make videos of other people with your camera. So yeah, dude, I also recommend that video. And if I do make this a YouTube video, I will link that video as well. And I think I probably will make this YouTube video for the same sappy reasons that I keep saying. And I'm so sorry if anybody's watching this because they wanted to just watch a Schlatt video with light commentary. Okay. But this is like, I think I've actually kind of verbalized perfectly for myself a lot of why I do content here. This has kind of been therapeutic. So thanks for being here, chat. And anyone who's watching after the fact, I really appreciate you all a ton. And sorry that I'm yapping so much and talking to chat so much. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm stroking my shit. I'm a freak. Fuck, man. I'm a freak, man. Okay. Yogi, if there's anything of this that you want me to read, again, feel free to at me. I'm just letting you guys talk amongst yourselves because I don't want to like butt into a conversation like kind of halfway through. Chris is on major dick tonight. Holy, I can hear it squelching from how hard he's riding their cock. IDK, if this happens to you as well, Chris, but whenever I make something and I'm like, fuck yeah, this is some of my best work, and then when it comes to showing it, you start pointing out small things wrong with it. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely, dude. I mean, that is that's like a perfectionist thing. I think a lot of the times you low key as like a creative, at least if you're processing things, and that's, by the way, let me just stop right there really quickly and we'll get back to being a perfectionist. That is why for so many years I held back doing the YouTube idea that I had that I'm doing now, which is basically like lightly editing content from stream and putting it on YouTube. I held myself back, bro. Last year I started that shit. I literally went from fucking 50 subscribers on a channel to 1,300, which is nothing crazy, by the way, but it's also nothing to scoff at, particularly, especially if you haven't like built a YouTube channel like that, right? I let my perfectionism ruin that for me. I was like, these videos aren't good enough. They aren't high quality enough. Like, okay, maybe I'm not gonna sit there and watch some dude fucking play some random indie game at the time, right? But like, I had this idea. I was like, I love indie games. I love doing indie like stuff with indie games. I love like experiencing new games and having new experiences and sharing them. But like, I can't upload. Like, I can maybe upload one of these like once a week unless I want to like do really high quality or really like, you know, basically like ripping them from stream and doing like light editing to them. Dude, I could have a YouTube channel like 10,000 subscribers right now if I just like stopped being such a perfectionist and letting my internal dialogue shoot like shit on me. So that's super sad, but also nice. Oh yeah, I would like to preface when I was 8 years old, dude. Shout out my mom and my granddad and my grandma and my dad. Especially like once I got older, I started playing things like Red Dead and shit and like Reckoning and stuff like that. And my older brother that would watch me play games. And I loved that, dude. I think that's why I was so drawn to YouTube when I was like 11 watching like Tobuscus, is I was like, holy shit, this guy's literally doing everything I've ever wanted to do. Like all the things that I love. I will 100% be unpacking this on Tuesday with my school therapist, or maybe I'll get an email in the morning from her because of the voicemail I left her about accommodations. But I'm also panicking because I'm supposed to have a test tomorrow and I think I need more time, but I literally cannot contact my professor about it. I'm sorry, homie. Julian, thank you for the lurk. SQ makes a oh. Yeah, no, I'm gonna fuck that up. Light commentary. This is a therapy session. Yeah, dude. So sorry if somebody was looking for light commentary. This is not light commentary. This is the heaviest commentary. Yo, what's up, JT? Whenever I had to share my games when I was a kid, I would always watch the other person play the entire time, and then when it was my turn, the person usually left the room or didn't pay any attention to me playing it, and I was sad as fuck about it. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, there was definitely times where I was like, watch me play this game, and nobody would. So also, but yeah, dude. No, you're good. I feel like Amara and I usually go off on the sidelines and deal with politics for my bullshit. It literally makes me feel like a person. Oh, that's good. You're feeling like a human being again, dude. It's tough when you like feel out of your own skin there, dude. That's a shitty feeling. I've been doing that way too much lately, and I might have around 20 projects I have saved in my phone that's probably never seen the light of day. Yeah, dude. I mean, Iron King, I think as a creative person with perfectionism, the perfect sorry, the way to deal with that is you have to find the perfect world between like just proud enough to publish and there's like things wrong with it, while still like perfecting things and finding a happy medium where you feel at least somewhat confident with it. And maybe you'll get to a point where you're like, you know what? Fuck it, dude. I'm fucking said it. Holy bro. I know we were like, yeah, don't watch React if you want to just watch the video, but brother, it's a 7-minute video. Kidding. I love you and your talk's spooky. No, dude, this one's bad. This one's bad. I honestly should have known better. I should be like, yo, chat, we're about to do this for like an hour, bro. This is my autism hyperfixation, basically, what Chat's talking about in this video. Honestly, I stopped watching a lot of high count subscribed people in favor of smaller time content creators because they seem to have such better things to give out and make works of art compared to the shit I'm seeing from bigger creators. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's like watching, it's like watching the new Marvel movie compared to like fucking indie film. It's like, dude, or like, a AAA game or an indie game. I think that's a perfect like example for this stream specifically. Is like, one might not be as high quality, it might not be as popular, but it might make you feel things that there's no way that this thing was going to make you feel, or like tell a story that you were never going to get from one of these things, So yeah, dude, I don't know. Also, like smaller creators a lot of times are like working normal jobs and shit, and they're they're more connected to real human beings instead of being absolute fucking like superstar and shit. But that's awesome, Greenish. I've been trying to do the same thing too. I've been trying to interact more with smaller content creators so I get them more recommended in my YouTube. I had a friend who was a perfectionist and it ruined the simplest of things for her. Like we were playing Minecraft with each other and she would get stuck on building her house because it wasn't perfect. It also had her overly stressed about schoolwork. So don't worry about things. Be imperfect if you can help it because someone out there will enjoy it. Yeah, on God, Amara. No, that's perfectly said. I mean, I think, again, like our imperfections in things are what makes us human, Especially now, like, hey, fuck it. Get an AI to write some shit, bro. Get an AI to write some shit if you want it to be perfect. Fuck it. Is so freaking high because I told myself I would do schoolwork at 10 p.m., 30 minutes, and my body is telling me no, but I have to. I'm sorry, Elmi. Yeah, I would say get some water and a light snack and try and do a little bit of breath work if you've done any breath work at all. I usually just will breathe in through my nose and count to 5 and hold it, and then breathe out through my mouth and count to 5. And that usually helps my anxiety a lot. I have a problem with comparing my work to someone who has 20 to 40 years of experience. Oh, yeah, dude, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. Like, when you're in the creative field, like, there is... You have to find a way to like learn from other people, but also don't compare yourself. If that makes any sense at all. Like learn from other people and like take inspiration, but don't compare yourself. Like I know that I am nowhere near as entertaining as indie people who play indie horror games or indie games, right? Like, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Manly Badass, Hero, and all those people. My shit is nowhere near as good as them, and I don't want to compare myself to them, but I'm still gonna like watch their videos and try and learn from them, and things I can do better. But it's hard. It took me a really long time to get there, and I still feel myself sometimes comparing myself, It just starts to feel like I've got the people now, so I didn't have to work so hard anymore because they'll watch anyways. Yes! Which is sad because all I want to see art in things, and that's not what a lot of people are doing anymore due to the fact it's so hard. I don't know, none of this makes sense, but no, Greenish, I think you're explaining perfectly. Literally the Colin and Samir thing that they have like said so many fucking times is like, there are creative people that do not, like, they are out there, but they don't play into the algorithm. Like, there are creative people out there that do not give a single fuck about views. It's just hard to find them because they don't give a fuck about views. So they're not building anything for the algorithm specifically. So yeah, I got my dad's perfectionist gene, and it has ruined a lot of things in my life. That's fair. I don't really know where I got my like perfectionist gene from, and I don't really know if I actually was ever like a full perfectionist. I think perfectionism with OCD is actually, you are so nerfed, right? Nerfed in the game. You're so nerfed in life, dude. Like, you gotta work so much through that if you have both of those. So, you know, I feel y'all motherfuckers out there. Bro, I feel so lied to. In school, I was told you won't have a calculator in your pocket all the time, or you won't have anyone to write papers for you at work. Really? So what's this? Calculators built into every phone? AI, a commonly accepted practice in the workplace? Yeah, dude. I mean, I think this is a whole other tangent we get to. I think just specifically the U.S. school system. I mean, I can't say anything about any other school systems because, you know, I'm not around anybody really that's in those other school systems, is so built to be a factory worker. And like, there's so many freelance and like creative jobs opening up, especially now with the fact of AI and like robots and shit like that taking away like factory jobs, that really school is not really setting us up for much. We haven't seen Happy in a while. Are they doing okay? From what I know, yeah, they were in stream a little while ago, actually. I want to say like not last stream, but maybe the stream before that. And they were talking about their friend playing on their computer. You'd think as a yoga instructor, this would be easy to get down, calm down, and breathe, but even professional struggle? Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sorry though, Yogi, that you're stressing. Also, Chucky, I'll see you get back.
Wakes up wanting to keep going at it. And
oh yeah, I don't know if I ever finished that, but Colin Smear were like, yeah, dude, we literally did this shit because we love it so much. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, anyways, we did it into our late 20s and 30s, making zero money, like having pretty much nothing to our name. I mean, they did have like a whole thing. I mean, there's Colin and Smear's story. You can go look it up yourself. But they did have something, but like, it made me feel inspired at 24 years old, being like, I don't really know what else I want to do.
I say 8 years because that's how long it took me to make even a cent off of this production.
Yep.
Any logical person just trying to make some money would have written YouTube off as a viable career years prior. Hell, to continue this charade for as long as I've been doing it would kind of be torture if you didn't thoroughly enjoy it. But there's the catch, right? I did enjoy it. And I really think that everyone deserves to spend their free time actually pursuing things that bring them fulfillment and gives them meaning. That's not to say I didn't struggle with it. You know, I switched my content up more times than I can count. I bent the knee to algorithms. I tried and failed to follow trends. And I got really, really upset when my videos didn't get as many views as I wanted. But seldom did I think, oh, maybe this isn't for me. And if I ever did, it was quickly drowned out by, what am I making next? I consider myself lucky, you know, becoming obsessed with something that eventually became my job. A lot of hobbies aren't like that. Imagine if your hobby was collecting Funko Pops. Good luck, buddy. Honestly, I don't even know if you get to pick what you're interested in. I think I just got lucky with with this strange obsession of mine. But I do know that you deserve to have something that fills you with as much joy and wonder as making videos did for me all those years ago.
He said it perfectly, bro. He's so spot on, dude. I knew this shit was gonna be fire. To reference again this fucking Colin and Smear episode that I recently listened to with the CEO of Patreon, I forget which painter it was. I don't remember who it was. It's one of the more famous painters, but I always mix them up in my head. I don't know why. I want to say it was maybe Van Gogh, but I don't know for sure. So very much grain of salt. You can watch the episode if you want to know for sure who it was. This dude lived in his parents' basement for 11 years, letting his teeth rot out, right? Because he didn't have any money to get them fixed. Painting, and didn't show anyone but his brother. Not because, you know, he wasn't like doing this shit like to make money or like have some genius plan or whatever. He's doing this shit because he loved it. He loved like messing with the textures of paint. Like, dude, those are the like creative people that like do that shit, or like just have a thing that they love. Like, do the thing that you love, not for like money or fame or whatever. Do it because you love it. And then also, in the world that we're in now, you can pretty much turn any hobby into a job eventually if you're smart about it. This is a new slap video. This is the weekly slap. But yeah, dude. If you spend time doing stuff you don't enjoy, then you won't enjoy your life. Perfectly said, Amara. Perfectly said. It's like simple things like that. Like, I think people miss out on a lot. And dude, go do a hobby. Like, give yourself permission to do a hobby that seemingly seems like nobody cares about, maybe, or like isn't popular or whatever, or you can't make money off of. But go do it because you love it, dude. Yes, it was Van Gogh, according to a 10-second Google search. Spike, thank you. Holy shit. I can't believe I actually got that right. I thought for sure. I was second guessing myself so hard, dude. Yeah, dude, that shit blew my mind. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Van Gogh only showed his brother, and I think his brother didn't like it or something like that. Van Gogh only showed his brother. Hey, I streamed to threes of people, dude. I streamed to threes of people. There's hope for me. Not that I'm gonna be fucking Van Gogh. Okay, let me again back to my whole plan. One day is to just have like 200 concurrent viewers. That's the all-time goal for me, dude. And like a YouTube channel somewhere near 100,000. Okay, that's the all-time that is the moon for me. There are 8 billion people. Promise me. Wait, there are 8 billion people. Promise. Do you mean someone will enjoy what you create? Exactly, dude. That is spot on, dude.
And if content creation just doesn't scratch that itch for you, that's fine.
Yes.
So yeah, quit. And if this advice just goes in one ear and out the other, well then welcome to the fucking club. As always, boys, I want to thank you all for watching.
W Schlatt. Remember when your car... Wait, remember me when your can go... Oh, Van Gogh. Oh, thank you, JT. I appreciate you hyping me up. I love you, gangster. I will... Again, sorry, not to compare me or any of us to Van Gogh, but you get my point of that. Vincent Van Gogh was a painter who shared his art with his brother, Theo. Theo was a prominent art dealer in Paris who helped popularize the work of Vincent and other avant-garde artists. Oh... I only put the disclaimer to let people know I did not fact check. But yeah, dude, back to what Amara said, there are 8 billion people. I promise someone will enjoy what you create. That's kind of been my thought process recently, and I don't know if I said this during this react. Also, by the way, this was almost an hour react to a 7-minute video. By the way, I still got it. That's kind of where I'm at right now, is I'm like, okay, I just want to make these things, not so much that I think they're the most accessible pieces of content or that they are the most primed for the algorithm, but because I want to find exactly the people that like what I like, and we can all enjoy the same things together. Like, that is my goal right now. Like, when I was making like the Skyrim videos and stuff, like my goal was to be like as popular as possible. And I still would probably make some like dumb Skyrim challenge videos or like Fallout or, Hogwarts, whatever, every now and then, right? Once a month, once every 3 months, whatever it is, right? But that was like cool, and that was experimenting. That was finding out what I did and didn't like. Again, this whole year is just experimenting for me, finding out what I really do like. Now I feel like kind of I'm getting a better idea of what it really is. What would if Lord willing, I was able to do this for 10, 20, 30 years, right? What would I want to do? What would I be excited about waking up and doing every fucking day? If I'm still the only one editing the video, if I'm still the only one making the short form videos, if I'm the only one streaming, if I'm not collabing with other people, what is the thing? What is the thing that I like doing? And that's like kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm testing out with the Slop channel. You might be reaching I'm Dante levels of pausing on reaction vids. Yeah, dude, again, listen, I'm sure there's a small group of people that are going to be like, this guy really did transform this content. He yapped for fucking 53 minutes with and let the video play for 7 minutes. And then there's going to be some people like, Jesus Christ, this was horrible. People literally draw porn for a living. God bless these people. You'll be fine. Literally, bro. He sold a single painting in his lifetime. Sorry, I'm hyperfixating. Wait, Van Gogh? I mean, didn't Van Gogh die before his art got any recognition? Don't be Van Gogh, Chris. Okay, I got you. I'll try not to die. I know a lot of those artists are like that. I mean, I think that happens with a lot of people. It's like, oh, damn, this shit's amazing. This shit's amazing. Oh, he dead? Fuck, man. I gotta tell everybody he's dead. Look at how amazing this was. And that's another thing with art, dude. You know, or your creation or your hobby is like, you gotta be okay with not a lot of recognition, you know? And sometimes maybe you are making the thing that is like, making a thing that nobody's gonna get until it's too late, you know? And that's okay, dude. Do it because you love it. My reason as to why I never think I'm crazy with anything that I do or am interested in is because people out there are more ambitious than me and doing more crazier shit than me. Dude, that kind of reminds me of what the CEO of Patreon said. He said that, like, he was talking about like AI and shit, and he was like, I don't want to be doom and gloom because I truly believe that today is the best day to be a creative, and then tomorrow will be the best day to be a creative, the best day ever to be a creative, and then the day after that will be the greatest day to ever be a creative. And I think it's going to go on for possibly 50 to 100 years like that. We are in such an amazing time right now to be a creative person. I mean, literally, Van Gogh, he didn't get fucking popular until he died, dude. Until he died. But if he was here today, there is a chance that maybe he's fucking immensely popular before he dies. Maybe he gets found doing a stupid fucking Twitch stream or a YouTube stream or a TikTok stream or making a TikTok video or fucking making a YouTube short or posting a long form video, whatever. I want to get into blacksmithing. Oh, dude. Maybe try to sell knives and stuff at local farmers market. That would be fire. He made a 3-minute video about Diddy into an hour-long video. Oh, that's fire. Ever since I had that nasty smoothie, I've been craving sugar. Wait, nasty smoothie? Anyways, dude. That was It's Time to Quit by The Weekly Slap, a.k.a. Jay Schlatt. People stigmatize quitting far too much, in my opinion. Quitting isn't a failure. If anything, it's a success. You've taken the initiative to try something new and realized it isn't for you. Forcing yourself to do something you don't enjoy in hopes that you'll get what you want from it is a far greater failure than quitting ever is. You can then move on to something else with that new knowledge from what you tried out and hopefully find something that gives you the spark that keeps you up at night obsessing over it. Yes, that's actually a beautiful example. That's also like with relationships, dude. Sometimes a relationship just doesn't work out, but you got to take that knowledge from that thing and move it on to the next thing. It's okay to quit, man. It's okay to quit on things. You're learning. Van Gogh was alive today. He would have died earlier because he killed himself because people bullied him, and that was the only recognition he got? What? Is that really what? He shaboing boinged himself? Oh, that's so sad. Okay, chat. I mistakenly somewhat compared myself to Van Gogh. I really gotta stop that, dude. I'm gonna be like, fuck it. I'm trying to be like Van Gogh. There's about fucking 600 videos uploaded to that YouTube channel. Fuck it. No, I'm just kidding, dude. I wouldn't do that, dude. Don't quit noodles. Don't noodles. You are too concerned with what was and what will be. There's a saying, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. Uguay. That is kind of fire. One thing I've seen is that not everyone wants to be a content creator. A large number of people, I probably going into kind of what I was talking about with Colin Samir. A large number of people are searching for belonging. They might not have many friends actually it's totally different. Many friends or a real community, so they go to the internet in search of that. What they find is people making things about what they like, and so they want to be a part of it. It's a completely normal thing to do, but it's not always about specifically recording, editing, and posting. It's about feeling like someone cares, finding belonging, and I don't know if making videos on YouTube should be your first step in that. I don't know. That's just me wildly putting ideas out there, but I feel like this is a common pattern I've seen a lot in the few years. Yeah, absolutely. What did Mr. Schlatt say? That's a good point. Real. Oh, I'm a PhD student. Okay, we'll stop reading this after this. Oh, wait. Okay, we got. Oh my God. Okay, we got to read these though. He literally unalived himself because of a bully, Amara. See, dude, Amara is gonna be my reason that I. No, I'm just kidding, dude. Chris, you've never seen the Panda movie? Oh no, I have. No, the reason it's gonna be me. Be honest. Fuck no, Chris, do not read that long ass message, please. I'm a PhD student of computer science. This semester is my first time teaching a lab of undergrads. After the first exam, one of my students told me that she absolutely hated the work that she was doing. So I asked her, then why are you here? And there were the standard, oh, but the money is so good answers. But I asked her how it made her feel fulfilled, and she didn't have an answer. Now she's changing her major next semester, and I think she's actually going to be happy there. Quitting doesn't have to be about the progress you've lost. Quitting can be about the time and energy you can put towards what you actually want instead of something. Dude, that's something that I've never really dude. Sorry. I was reading chat. That's so real, dude. I honestly, like, I am... How can I say this without being like, oh, poor me type vibe? I am, like, really broke, okay, to be honest with you. But I think if I was making $100,000 a year doing something that I absolutely hate, damn, Amara, second time, maybe third time's a charm. Yeah, dude. Maybe third time's a charm with that one. If I was doing something I absolutely hated and I was making $100,000 a year, I think I would be way less happy with life. Dude. I'm actually so grateful that I get to do this shit. Literally why I be on Twitter. So we all your brother because you show us your art. Let's argue that he unalived due to a 16-year-old bullying him. Damn, dude. Chris, the Lacey Games thing I sent was a demo. I actually didn't do research on it. Is it bad? Like, is there something bad in it? Or are you just saying that just to be like, hey, it's not a full game? Building off of Just Quit. The more I get into YouTube, the better the Just Quit advice is. I can't even count how many people have approached me with fantastic ideas for videos that they want to make or great ideas for content, and they just don't do it. They wrap their own brain around a telephone pole trying to consider the algorithm and whether they're good enough and how to get attention on the video and whether people will think they're weird or not. If you want to be a content creator but you don't have a baseline desire to make videos no matter what the circumstances are, then you don't want to actually make videos. Oh, yo, to chug my own wiener here for a second. When I was younger and people would make fun of me for YouTube, it never once made me be like, I need to stop this. It just made me be like, okay, I need to not show everyone this always. I need to be a little more low-key with this and just keep working to be better. You just want to be famous. You just want to be a famous YouTuber. YouTubers are so glorified that it makes sense why, but I think a lot of aspiring creators are trapped in the mindset because it looks like it should be easy to become popular and beloved online. It should make you happy, and if it doesn't, there's no shame in quitting / not doing it. Like the top comment says, the priority should be to be happy. I earned my first penny from videos after 8 years of genuinely trying to make it. 13 years after uploading my first video on YouTube, thousands of hours of effort. I feel like not enough people realize that video making is an art form that takes practice and care to perfect, along with a large heaping of luck. Note that I was probably less talented. Sorry, I lost track of where the next one is. With it to start than many other people, but I worked through that. That's why it's so important to learn how to have fun doing it before focusing on getting better at it. If you genuinely want to make videos, it's really hard to make stuff when nobody's watching. So if you want to make it fun without having an audience beneath you, make videos for your friends. For years, I only made videos for my partner because not many other people were watching. Making stuff for people who like you versus making stuff for the dark void of the internet is like night and day. don't overthink the algorithm, especially to somebody just starting out. The algorithm is pretty much just, if your video is enjoyable, it will do good. I can't tell you how many times I've made a video to near perfect stats only for it to get 200 views, obsess over the algorithm, try to figure it out and break my brain doing so, and then come back and rewatch it 2 years later only to realize, oh, this video fucking sucks. The sooner you get to the mindset of genuinely not caring about numbers, and I mean genuinely, that is literally all the advice that most people tell you is like, don't worry about outside metrics. That's what I keep, like, don't worry about shit outside of your control. That's what I keep, more like ego death fucking realizing shit that I keep doing in life is, I'm like, yo, I gotta get detached from that. The sooner it'll get fun. Make stuff you're proud of. If you can't think of a type of video you can make that makes you fulfilled, then you don't want to make videos. You want to be a famous YouTuber. It's my mindset. I have a lot of thoughts on this, so I hope that made sense. Lol. Beautiful, dude. Beautiful. An hour and 15 minutes later.